Okay, picture this. You reach into your cooler expecting a crisp, refreshing lunch, only to pull out a soggy, waterlogged sandwich. It is literally the ultimate camping buzzkill, right? Having your expensive groceries absolutely ruined by melted ice. We've all been there, pulling dripping, sad plastic bags out of a freezing, watery abyss. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're looking at a piece of gear that claims to have completely engineered away that exact problem, the Ninja FrostVault 45-quart cooler. We are going to unpack whether this cooler actually solves the soggy food dilemma once and for all. And hey, we aren't just looking at flashy marketing claims here. We're digging into real, objective customer data to see exactly how it performs out in the wild. Section 1. The Soggy Sandwich Problem. Moving beyond melted ice.
Section 2. Engineering the FrostVault. How the dry zone works. Okay, let's dive into this.
The core of this cooler's solution is what they call FrostVault technology. Basically, instead of packing your food directly in the ice, the ambient cold naturally transfers into a completely separate dry zone drawer situated right at the bottom. This allows your food to stay cool, entirely dry, and most importantly, at food-safe temperatures under 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So your expensive cuts of meat or fresh vegetables, they never actually touch the ice. That completely eliminates the hassle of double bagging and cross-contamination. It's a real game changer. But you might be wondering, how does it maintain that temperature transfer so efficiently, especially when you're out in the heat? Well, it all comes down to this number 3. The cooler features highly durable, heavy-duty construction packed with up to 3 inches of polyurethane foam insulation. That thick thermal barrier is what literally locks the ambient cold inside the main chamber, allowing it to penetrate down into the dry drawer without just escaping through the exterior walls.
Section 3. Capacity and portability. Packing for the trip.
And this brilliantly illustrates what that 45-quart internal capacity actually means for your weekend getaway. If you're using the whole thing for dry storage, without any ice, it holds a massive 68 cans. But for a standard beach trip where you obviously need ice in the main compartment, you can comfortably fit 40 cans up top. That leaves the bottom drawer completely free for your dry groceries. It's just an incredibly smart spatial division. However, a 45-quart cooler packed with 40 cans, a bunch of ice, and food, that is not going to be light. To solve for this, the FrostVault is equipped with some vital portability features. It uses all-terrain, puncture-resistant wheels designed to roll right alongside your tents and gear. It also features a reinforced, extra-strong telescoping handle to help you leverage and actually haul that weight across the campsite. And honestly, because of the integrated fridge temp dry storage drawer, you don't even have to open the main lid and let all the cold air out just to grab a quick snack. Section 4. Real-world ice retention. Putting claims to the test. Let's start with a macroscopic view of actual user satisfaction. Out of 459 global ratings on Amazon, a staggering 83% of users gave this cooler a perfect 5-star rating. That shakes out to a 4.7 out of 5 stars average. So yeah, the consensus is overwhelmingly positive. When we dig into the specific data behind those ratings, we see that reviewers overwhelmingly praise the cooling performance, mentioning it positively 55 separate times. The thermal retention isn't just some marketing gimmick, it's the standout feature that's actually being recognized by the people using it out in the field. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the source. This review comes from an actual refrigeration mechanic, someone whose entire profession revolves around thermodynamics. They took this cooler on a 4-day trip to Yellowstone and noted that even on day 5, the drinks were still really cold and the fresh food remained perfectly preserved. Taking things to an even more extreme stress test, another user hauled this cooler right into the blistering Southwest desert heat. We're talking 110 degrees. Even in those punishing conditions, they recorded the ice lasted up to 3 days, and the food drawer successfully kept their items cold and completely dry. That is seriously impressive. And it's not just for outdoor survival either. Another user shared a highly relatable and honestly pretty stressful story. Their home refrigerator broke down. Forced to rely on the FrostVault inside their 75-degree home, they found that a single bag of ice lasted an impressive 5 days. It essentially turned into a reliable, powerless mini-fridge during a crisis. Section 5. Verdict. Heavy but worthy. Okay, so while the performance data is stellar, highly engineered equipment always comes with trade-offs, right? To understand the main drawback here, you really just have to look at this number, 30.2. That is the empty weight of the cooler in pounds. Because of the heavy-duty construction and those 3 inches of foam, this is a substantial, hefty piece of gear before you even pack a single can inside. So the crucial point is how we weigh these elements against each other. On the pros side, you have genuine fridge temp dry storage, keeping food safely under 40 degrees, proven multi-day ice retention, even in desert heat, and highly durable construction. But look at the con side. It weighs 30.2 pounds empty, which means it gets exceptionally heavy when fully loaded. Users have noted it can be pretty bulky to maneuver on rougher terrains despite those wheels. And finally, all this innovation comes at a premium price point of roughly $249.
Ultimately, the FrostVault fundamentally shifts the way we pack for the outdoors. It prioritizes food integrity and organization over lightweight travel, which leaves us with this final question to consider before your next trip. Is having perfectly dry, cold food safely separated from the ice worth the physical workout of hauling a 30-pound premium cooler to your destination? It's a trade-off between absolute convenience at the campsite and the sheer effort it takes to get it there. What do you think?